everybody, and welcome back. We are live streaming. It's been a while. So it is a glorious day today. Sunny, hot, and of the parking lot area. So I will be walking a whiles back to my car. It took me a while to walk from my car here. It is busy today. So let's take a walk around the park and let's see what the wait times are for the rides. Let's see if there's anything new and exciting. Actually, before my instincts tell me to go this way, but before we do that, I'm actually going to take y'all to the front of the park because there is something new worth checking out. Hey, hey, hey! Hello, hello! Everyone's excited. It's the weekend. It's the middle of the summer, and it's the weekend, and it's hot, and it is a good time to go to Canada's Wonderland. So let me show you the cool new thing that has come up since I was last here. And I just posted a video yesterday that is somewhat related to this new thing. Can you guess what it's going to be? Over here, what do we have? What do we have? It is a new little shed, and it is for the Halloween haunt. So over here, we've actually got little plaques for each of the Halloween haunt amusements that are happening. So they all have their own individual little monster heads attached to it. And of course, the main attraction being the Conjuring Beyond Fear maze. And over here, there's a couple other ones. Got these two right here. So the hot topic is the Halloween haunt situation. For all y'alls that don't know, the Gold Pass gives you access to Halloween haunt, but not to the Halloween mazes, or haunted mazes, I should say. So if you want to go to any of those mazes, or if you want to go to the new Conjuring Beyond Fear maze, you will have to pay an additional fee. Now, people are a little bit rattled by this news because previously, in previous years, all of those mazes were included with the Gold or Prestige Pass, but now they're not. So what's the deal? I mean, we are getting a pretty decent deal with the $99 Gold Pass that does get you into all 40 plus Six Flags parks across North America, but it doesn't give you access to those mazes. So the Conjuring maze costs an additional $15 if you want to do that. The other mazes are $10. Here comes Alpin Fury. So the additional mazes are $10, and you can buy express passes for $35, I believe it is, and you can also get like a season pass for $55. The season pass will get you into all the mazes with the exception of the Conjuring Beyond Fear maze. It'll get you in one time and one time only, but all the other ones you can come and go as you please.
Okay, so we're at the front now.
Let's take a look at this grass situation. I haven't taken a look at the grass over here in quite some time. Maybe it's grown in more than last time. Oh yeah, I can see it already over here. So this is like beyond grass. There's some prime vegetation going on in this area here. So yeah, it's still pretty patchy. I guess it'll be some time before we get all the grass that was advertised in the concept video for Alpin Fury, but that's okay, we can wait. Alpin Fury, of course, now has the ride photos available, so if you do go on Alpin Fury, you can pick up a picture of yourself. The camera is located right over there, so it's hidden behind those umbrellas right now. But here, let me... Right over here, see that pole? The camera's right there. So it's actually a vertical photo, which is I think the only one of its kind here at this park. All the other ones are generally horizontal. And here comes Alpenfury. Let's get a glimpse of these people going past the camera. See how many people have their arms up. Not a single person has their arms up. I am disappointed. I am disappointed. But it is a pretty intense ride, so I get it. I get it. You feel like you want to hold on to something because it feels like you're being launched from your seat at any given moment, especially towards the end and especially over these archways here. This is pretty wild. If you haven't been on the ride before, or you're not used to, you know, intense, high velocity looping coasters, then that might be a little intense for you. You might want to grab onto the lap bar, but nobody's fallen off yet. I don't think anybody will, so I would encourage everybody to put your hands up. It's pretty fun. You get that additional thrill, you know? Get the thrill of being in a death-defying situation. So people know today the Grand World Eatery is closed. So here's a little sign, says so, and it is suggesting an alternative. It is suggesting that you go to the Lazy Bear Lodge. Lazy Bear Lodge is a little bit more scenic anyway, so it is a win-win situation. All right, let's do an interesting loop today. Let's go down into the Grand World Expo area, see if anything of any interest is happening down here. I can almost guarantee it won't be, but we'll end up over by the Cyclone and Sledgehammer, and then we'll head down to Behemoth, check out the wait times, loop around Frontier Canada, back into Alpenfest, and then maybe we'll end up in the Medieval Fair area. So let's go this way. This is the way. Forward, ahead, always. You gotta be like a shark, never turn around. Sharks, I suppose they can turn around, but they can't swim backwards. Never swim backwards. Unless you have to. And this place, I will always say, is such a nice little area to just chill out and to take a moment, because it is busy, it is hot, and you know, that can be a lot sometimes. So if you need to take a moment, this is a great area. Lots of nice plants and flowers, and lots of shade from all these trees. So yeah, I wonder if anybody else out there thinks that this Halloween maze situation is sneaky or not. That's the video I put out yesterday. Is Canada's Wonderland being sneaky? Because they do say it includes Halloween haunts on the, see if it says it right here on this ad. Probably won't, because this is just kind of like a general ad. Restrictions apply with an asterisk. See, I always got to read the fine print. So I think actually on the website, if you do go to order yourself a gold pass, it will say something along the lines of that the Halloween haunt is included, but I think it also has an asterisk, and there is fine print, which I think does say that it doesn't include the mazes. But there is a silver lining. And here we are at the Cyclone. Cyclone that looks like a sledgehammer, and then you've got the sledgehammer that spins in a cyclone motion. Tell me how that makes any sense. Looks like Sledgehammer's down today. Last time I was here, Sledgehammer was also down. It's a shame, because this is actually one of my more favorite flat rides that are here at the park. So I hope there's nothing, you know, wrong with it that's going to cause more outages and more of these technical issues. It's a cool ride. Just remember to keep your head forward. If you look to the side when it launches up, you are going to get whacked in the face with the shoulder restraint. It's happened to me too many times. Sometimes you can't help it though. You want to look around, you know. You don't want to just stare into the face of the person who's directly opposite you. Okay, so here is Behemoth. We are here on a Friday. And it is 4:45 right now, 4:40, and it is looking like a pretty long wait for Behemoth. We are looking at a 45-minute wait for Behemoth. It's pretty long for Behemoth. So let's see how long this line actually is. Sometimes these machines are wrong. But this line, oh boy, it is going all the way back there. Okay, it's pretty much, oh wow, it's even extending all the way to the back. I've rarely seen that happen. So that is legitimately going to be a 45-minute wait. Or a 5-minute wait if you do want to purchase the Fastlane Plus Pass. I would say in a scenario like this, where you're looking at almost an hour wait time versus 5 minutes, it might be worth it if you have the disposable income. I think it's only about $10 for that Fast Pass. So there are some alternatives as well. There is the single riders line. You can go through right here, right by the Fast Pass lane, and that line is only going up to there right now. There are a lot of seats on this roller coaster, so the odds of getting a spot when you're in the single rider lane is actually pretty high. So if you do want to shave off some time, you could try that, but do keep in mind that if you are coming in with other people and you want to sit next to those other people, it might not work out for you, because there are single riders that are supposed to be sat with groups of 3 or uneven numbers for groups, but once in a blue moon you do actually end up just getting sat with your party. Actually, last week I was here with a group of friends, and yeah, we all lucked out. 3 people in the single riders line. We all sat next to each other. But I wouldn't count on that. Give me 1 second to tie my shoe. Safety first. Walking around here with an untied shoe could fall over, and who knows what would happen next. Break the camera.
Hello!
Hello! Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Awesome. It is good to hear that it is going good. Can you imagine if he said it was going terrible and he just like unloaded all of the weight on his mind? Actually, things are pretty bad. The stock market's down. Let's see what the wait time is for Backlot Stunt Coaster here. So this is another Premier Rides creation. Premier Rides, responsible for the new Alpenfury. So we've got the old stuff from them and the new stuff. Okay, so the Backlot Stunt Coaster, we are looking at 45-minute wait or 5-minute wait with the Fastlane Plus Pass. It is a busy day today at the park. I said it once and I've just said it again. But if the busyness is bothering you, take your mind off by staring down at this creek and looking at some beautiful koi fish. They are mostly orange, but some of them are silver. That's just an observation. I don't know why that happens. B-Man the Champ, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out today's Friday live stream, today's TGIF live stream. And what a Friday it is. It is hot, and it is busy, and it is a 45-minute wait for Behemoth, and Sledgehammer is down. There are a number of things to report on, and I have just started this live stream. I have not even gone to Frontier Canada. I'm actually going to go this way to Frontier Canada instead of that way, because there are some sort of weak Wi-Fi spots over there. So I don't want to lose the connection, so we'll go this way. Although it is always a wild card on these days when there are so many people here all using the same Wi-Fi network. You never know what's going to happen. B-Man the Chap, you just did Alpenfury finally on Wednesday. Amazing. And what did you think? What are your thoughts? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think that it was just okay? There's a lot of room in between love and hate. Let me know. I've done Alpenfury now a total of 5 times. SMG Super Mario Group says, hey Jordan, I was the guy who said hi to you on August 1st in the morning. Glad to see you in person. Awesome. Well, thank you, Super Mario Group. It was good seeing you, and it's always awesome to say hello to the folks that watch my live streams. Because, like, I don't know who y'alls are out there. I see your usernames, but I always appreciate it when you're watching or you say hello. Or even if you don't say hello and you just watch. If you want to be like an anonymous watcher, that's also fine. B-Man the chat. I'm still disoriented, but surprised I didn't gray out as much as I thought. Well, yes, it is very disorienting. So, you know, actually I'll share a story. So I was here last Saturday. Was it last Saturday? I think it was last Saturday. With a group of friends. And it was two of the people in our party's first time on Alpenfury. Actually, no, 3 people. So we waited a very long time. The ride broke down quite a lot, as it tends to do. And I think the total wait time in the line was about 2.5 hours. And so we got on and we finished the ride. And one member of the party was losing his mind, saying it's the best roller coaster he's ever been on. The other member said they weren't sure that they were even on it. And I completely understand what that means, because that ride, for the first time experience on that ride, is so fast and it is so disorienting, just like you said, B-Man the champ, that you can't even be certain that you went on the ride. And it's kind of funny, because the more I talk to people, the more I see that being kind of like a common experience. And look at this. The wait time for the refresh station is probably just as long as the roller coasters today. Frontier Canada is going to be busy. Oh, it had the early ride time this morning? Okay, yeah, that's, well, I mean, already it's looking pretty busy. It's a traffic jam here. Okay, let's see here. Yukon Striker. What are we looking at for wait times here? Yukon Striker. Still an amazing roller coaster, even if it is a little front-loaded with its excitement. It is all thrills at the beginning, and then it kind of gets a little mellow as time goes on. So let's see the wait time. So the screen is just saying Yukon Striker. It is not showing us the wait times. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes these machines do not tell you the estimated wait time, but I've been on this ride enough times to know how long it's going to take, just based on how long the line is. Let's see where this line is going to. Not so bad. So it is going all the way back there. But there's the extended area back there, which it's not actually gone through yet. So fear not. That line is actually moving pretty quickly. They load people onto this ride so fast. I got to give the staff props, because really nobody hustles like the staff at the Yukon Striker station. These guys, like, they're basically yelling at you to get out of your seat, to get into your seat. Pull down the lap bar, or I guess in this case it's shoulder harnesses. Pull down the shoulder harness. They yell at you. Makes it work though. B-Man the Champ says, when I went on Wednesday, I got there early and it was delayed like 3 different times, and they said it broke down. Then I came back later and waited over 90 minutes in the single riders one. Oh, Mac, happy Friday, Mac. Thanks for watching. B-Man the Champ, that is brutal. That is brutal. 90 minutes for single riders is insane. But you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. That day one, I waited 4.5 hours, and I've never waited that long for anything, at least voluntarily, in my life before. And hopefully we'll never have to again. But I had to do it. I just had to do it. Yes, Yukon Striker does deserve Crew of the Year for 2025. 100%. Hundo P. Yeah, these guys are hustling. They are on their grind. Oh, and things are hella busy over here right now, everybody. This is just an ocean of people. If you like crowds, come on down. If you don't like crowds, then I don't know, maybe stay home. Let's take a little look over at Splashworks and see just how busy it is over there. On a hot day like today, I would not be surprised if most people came here to enjoy some water time. And water time it is. It's a hell of a crowd, certainly. Yeah, they do need to stop letting groups in the single rider. It's actually kind of annoying. I was in the single rider line for Yukon Striker last week as well, and it was just as long as the regular line. I swear I was watching people get through quicker than I was. So yeah, it is absolutely insane right now at Splashworks. UV is super high today. Hopefully everyone's got their sunscreen on. If not, they are in for some serious skin damage. Be safe out there, everybody. Be safe. So I did notice the other day that they've moved that lifeguard merch. It's no longer here. Now they have some, I think this is new merch, but maybe I've just never seen it before. This is Beach Patrol by Snoopy. Snoopy Peanuts, you know, Peanuts branded, Snoopy branded Beach Patrol stuff. So it's kind of like the lifeguard stuff, but just a little bit more fun and a little bit less dangerous when someone, you know, thinks that you're a lifeguard. At least this way you can say, hey, listen, I'm with the Snoopy Patrol, so it's a little different. But I think they do have the other lifeguard shirts that they used to have. Yeah, they do. They're just over here right now. So if you do want to pretend that you're a lifeguard, and remember that if you do, I mean, this one probably not because this is for babies, but like if you do get the regular adult-sized lifeguard apparel, people might assume that you actually are a lifeguard, and you might find yourself in an awkward situation where you got to save somebody's life and you don't really know what to do because you're not actually a lifeguard. So just keep that in mind. Splashworks needs a new entrance plaza. Hopefully when they're in 2026, a new water slide. They'll make some, yeah, hopefully. Yeah, it would be nice. I mean, what's wrong? Like this side over here could be another entrance, right? Like this wall, it's just a wall blocking what would be an entrance anyway. And honestly, it's a bit of an eyesore. If they had it open there, I think it would be a little nicer than seeing this fence the whole way around. Let me get a closer look over here. I bet you these fences are pretty, I bet you they open up anyway. Probably move like service vehicles through there or something. And this is another one of those like paths that is normally not too busy, but as you can see right now, it is just like just a river of people. Yeah, so right here, I mean, this is like prime opportunity to open this up as an entrance. It already is. You can see right here. This is just a gate. This is going to open. Yes, so let's hope that those big changes for Splashworks does happen in 2026 at the very least, because yes, it is necessary. Thoughts on the new haunt mazes upcharge? Yeah, I don't agree with it. I think it's frustrating. It's 100% frustrating. I mean, it is borderline false advertisement, and you know, I think that well, we have to be realistic because, you know, all these corporations, as much as we love their park, they do ultimately just want our money more so than our happiness. So it's not overly shocking, but at the same time, you know, I think the fact that previous years the gold passes and prestige passes did include the haunted mazes, and now, you know, it made a big deal about this this gold pass coming out, and it did say that it included Halloween haunt. It is a little shady for them to then say, well, it only includes the other stuff and not the mazes, which are like kind of the main draw. So I disagree with it ultimately, but the silver lining that somebody mentioned in the comments on the video I posted yesterday about that was that potentially the lines will be a little less long because you know, a lot of people are just not going to go if they have to pay for it. So there's a bit of a silver lining with that, but an unfortunate silver lining because there's a lot of people that are not going to be able to go because they aren't able to afford those extra fees. So Super Mario Group says, I just wish they gave a warning when purchasing the 2025 passes last year. Could have been given free or discounted maze pass. Yes, yeah, that would have been nice. See, that's the thing, is that that's where I think the whole thing is sketchy, is because they have had every opportunity to mention that, but it would appear that they want people to think that it's included and then find out the hard way that they have to pay more money. So I don't agree with that. But like I said, these big corporations are ultimately there to try and get every last penny out of you. That's just how it works, unfortunately. But I will say that I am pretty excited about this Conjuring Beyond Fear maze. I mean, the Conjuring movies, they're pretty good. I think the first one and the second one are kind of my favorites, and there's one of the Annabelle ones that I think's pretty decent. The Nun movies are terrible. What else is in the Conjuring universe? I guess there was that one, The Curse of La Llorona. That one was okay. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be excited. That's an additional upcharge, yeah. It is. The Conjuring maze is an additional $15. It's not even part of the regular maze fee. So you can pay $10 for the regular maze for like daily tickets. You can get, I think it's $35 for the daily express tickets, and it's $55 for the season haunt pass, which will get you in to all of the mazes with the exception of the Conjuring Fear Beyond or Beyond Fear maze, which it'll allow you to get into it one time, but then every additional time you go, you have to pay that $15 fee. It's pretty wild. Better be good. Better be good for all that extra money. Okay, so we're entering Alpenfest right now. It's an exciting time to be alive. Alpen Fury is running and people are still excited to ride it. It is still long wait times for this ride. Let's find out how long exactly. And here's the prizes are always changing at these places. Unless I'm just like, have short-term memory problems, I just forget, but I feel like these like colorful owls were not here before. And these like upset mushrooms back here, well, there's some happy mushrooms and some upset mushrooms, and then there's mushrooms, they all have like different expressions. So if you're a fan of mushrooms, then and you're a fan of Midway games, come on down and win yourself a mushroom. Okay, let's see here. There's the Schlag Zeit, still not seeing much action. All right, Alpen Fury, what are the wait times? What you got for me, sign? It's funny that this wait time sign is so small for Alpen Fury. Like every other place has this massive sign. This is just like tiny little TV, and it doesn't seem to be working. So the only way to know is to take an educated guess. Let's take a look at the line over here and see how far back it goes. So single rider's not going very far. You can see that there's no people inside the lower level of the station. Single riders would be this one on this side, yeah. So that's actually already starting just around the bend there before the stairs. That's not too bad. Now remember, because of the way that these ride vehicles are, it is a little slower to get single riders on there because it's basically 2 and 2. There's like 6 seats per ride per car. So regular line, it's actually not as bad as I've seen it. At least it's not by the vending machines. So let's go down here to the human zoo. To the human zoo, where all these people are trapped. So yeah, this, okay, not so bad. So there's like 3 different like loops in the line, I suppose. Three zigzags here that are not occupied with people. So that's actually pretty good, because normally when I come here, all these ones, you're looking at like people going all the way up to the vending machines normally. So this is actually not so bad. But remember, this ride breaks down like all the time. Basically every 15 minutes, this ride breaks down. So if you are over here right now, I would actually say you're still looking at about a 2-hour wait. And if it breaks down, then you can expect that to be even longer, maybe even 2.5 hours, maybe even more. So that is my estimate. You've heard it here, but maybe those signs will come on later and will give us a bit more information. Wonderland should give a discount of 50% of haunt mazes passes if you have. Yeah, they should. They should. I know that there's a lot of people that are talking about class action lawsuits and protests and mass emailing, you know, corporate. I think maybe the protest and the class action lawsuit are a bit intense, but maybe not, you know. We got to fight for what's right in life. You know, we're witnessing the Air Canada strike happening in real time. It's crazy the things that these corporations think they can get away with, you know? So do what you got to do. B-Man the Champ says that he filmed a short review of Alpenfury and said they should add an extra thrill level for Alpenfury because 5 doesn't do it justice. That is actually hilarious. They should, because other rides that were 5 are not as intense as Alpenfury. It should be like a 6. Let's take a look inside the store, see if there's anything cool here.
Look at the weight.
These tie-dye shirts are awesome. Tie-dye coming back in a big way. Seeing a lot of people wearing tie-dye these days. What else we got here? Oh, they restocked on these. So I bought one of these. It's really nice, actually. It's a good, like, light sweater, and it does have some cool graphics on it. But also this one here is pretty cool. This one's sick. This is I think we kind of lost the internet there a little bit. Thoughts on the Haunted Maze upcharge? Yeah, so we were just talking about that. I just posted a video yesterday with some information about that. But yeah, personally, I think it's a little sneaky. I think it's a little shady. I think that you know, they can be upfront about these things. They choose not to be, and that's it's a little weird and deceptive. Theme parks ultimately are here to collect every last penny from your pocket, so it doesn't surprise me overly that there would be additional fees, hidden fees in a way, but it is disappointing. Sending good vibes from Winnipeg. Thank you, Corey. Sending good vibes right back at you. Thanks for watching. And the bat is in full effect today. The bat. This ride breaks down almost as much as Alpenfury. But normally it's down for a lot longer than Alpenfury. But low key, the bat is one of my favorite rides here at the park. It is just a fun ride. When you're going backwards, it's like just something else. You don't know what's going on. It is so busy today. Wild Nightmares the queue is filled to the brim at Wild Nightmares. That's how you know it's busy. Yes, September 8th event, the American Coaster Enthusiasts event. I am excited to learn behind the scenes information. I'm excited. It is going to be a lot of fun. And I will see you there, Corey. We'll grab a beer. Grab a brewski or twoski. Actually, speaking of alcohol, I don't know if they have it advertised at this one. They do. So the Fire and Ice, so you can actually get a beer or a Smirnoff Ice, and you can add a shot of fire whiskey to your drink, and altogether it's $18.99, which seems wild and seems insane to pay $18.99 for a drink. But if you think about the relativity to what drinks are priced here at the park, so just a regular beer costs you like $15 or $16. An additional $2 on top of that, and you get a shot, is actually a pretty good deal. So, line beers, I will be making a video about line beers. It's how I pass my time when I'm in a line. Get yourself a Fire and Ice beer with a fire whiskey shot. Get you elevated a little higher than your average beer. And so the screen is just completely blank on the Leviathan wait time screen. I think maybe even, yeah, okay, so the machine is not working either. So if you're hoping to get a Fast Lane Plus pass for Leviathan today, you are out of luck because that machine's not working, unless you buy it online. Or you go to one of the various other spots where you can pick it up. So we can't tell how Can't tell how long people are going to have to wait, but again, we will just walk around the line and see how long it is, and we'll make an educated guess, an educated estimation. Nice. Bring a case of beer in the car rental. Smart. Yeah, I've been, when I come here with friends, at least we do a little bit of a picnic in the parking lot. Bring a cooler of some beers, some sandwiches, some beef jerky, all the stuff you need. Okay, so this line is packed. We are using all available space in the actual queue area, so it's going all the way back there. This is going to take some time. If you are planning on riding this ride, I would say you're looking at least an hour, which isn't too uncommon for this ride, but it is a long wait. And the fumes of gasoline are strong back here, and that is because of these go-karts that I couldn't care less about. And there goes Leviathan into the heavens above. Fare thee well, brave souls, fare thee well. 306 feet in the air, and it will drop to reach a high speed of 148 kilometers per hour. 148 kilometers per hour. When's the last time you went that fast? I tried to go that fast on the highway today to get here, but impossible with the traffic. Now, I would also recommend for, can't handle the fireball. Yeah, no, it's not a drink of choice per se. It's a drink, yeah, not a purchase made by choice as much as by just kind of like the best bang for my buck. You're a huge fan of Leviathan. Yes, it is great. And you know what's so amazing is that there's so many people that go, come here and want to try out Alpenfury, and they do, and then, you know, they say, oh, like, my favorite ride is Leviathan. And I've heard so many people come off of Alpenfury and go, Alpenfury was great, but Leviathan is still my favorite ride. And that's just, you know, such an awesome thing to hear, because like there's just so many different rides here that appeal to different people's thrill levels and what they want out of a roller coaster. And, you know, I think that it's really like comparing apples and oranges when you're talking about Leviathan versus Alpenfury. Like, there's actually no inversions on Leviathan. It is the highest drop of any ride here at the park. Higher than Windseeker. It is the tallest standing structure here at the park. And it is the fastest roller coaster at the park. None of the roller coasters go 148 kilometers per hour. Even though, when you hit that second launch on Alpenfury, you'll swear you're going like 5 million miles an hour. But yeah, Leviathan's still the fastest roller coaster here. So you've got a lot of aspects of it that keep the thrill level high while never inverting. But if inversions are your jam, then go to Alpenfury, because it almost never stops inverting. It's like a never-ending corkscrew. Front row on Leviathan has the best, oh my god, yes. I would always recommend trying your best to get front row on Leviathan. It is such a great experience, especially right when you go over the top of the top hat and you look down, you don't see any other riders or ride cars in front of you, and you just take that plunge. It is incredible. And it always feels like you're gonna get, when you put your hands up, it feels like your hands are gonna get cut off by like the little tunneled area that it goes through after the drop. But it is awesome. 2 days. Still don't know what happened after Alpenfury. It is that kind of ride. It do be like that. It is hard to know. So I think we got some more Canterbury Theatre shows going on right now. Let's see the sign. Okay, so yeah, 4:30. Well, that's already happened. So the next one's going to be at 6. Did you get to utilize the free single-use fast lane? Something else? No, actually, I didn't have the pass for last year. Or wait, no, I did. I have the pass for this year. I have the silver pass for this year. So I don't think I got really any perks outside of just being able to come to the park. And then I got the gold pass for next year, which still covers the rest of this year. They gave me the fast passes, 2 of them, but I haven't used those yet. I'm saving them. Those are not applicable for Alpen Fury, of course. But yeah, at some point I'm gonna wait for like the right time, and then I'm gonna use those fast passes. Oh yeah, no problem, Corey. Thank you for watching. It's my pleasure. I love walking around here, and I like any excuse to come to the park. So, but it is busy today. It is very busy. All the wait times that we've seen have, well, actually, outside of Behemoth, all of the wait times have been down. So Behemoth, 45 minutes. Estimated Yukon Striker. Actually, Yukon Striker is not going to be that bad. I would estimate about a 30 to 40 minute wait in the regular line for that one. And then what else we got? Alpen Fury, I would wager, is about 2 hour to 2.5 hour wait if things go smooth and there's no delays. Could be an hour and 45, but in my experience, it does break down pretty much every 15 to 20 minutes. And then we have Leviathan, that I would say would be about an hour long wait based on the line. Corey is thinking of grabbing the Gold Pass offer, access to all the parks, plus free parking. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a pretty good deal. Like, this haunted maze thing aside, it is still a pretty good deal. $99 to get you into Canada's Wonderland as well as the 40 other parks. Now, even if you don't go to the other parks, you don't have the means to travel across the states, or maybe you just don't even want to go to the states, you know, it's still a good value, because the parking being included. At the start of this season, I got the Silver Pass and the Parking Pass. The Silver Pass was $89. The Parking Pass was $70. So this Gold Pass is already a better deal, and it's getting me in past Labor Day of this year, which my Silver Pass wouldn't have allowed. So there are a lot of perks to buying that Gold Pass. Just wish it did include the mazes, but it is what it is, I guess. Unless, you know, we do try and get some affirmative action going. Alpen's Howl is awesome. It's so funny because it is so distinctive. Like, you can tell exactly when it's coming versus any other roller coaster. When it started, like when it was during testing, there were times where I'd be like, is that Alpen Fury coming, or is that Leviathan? And now it's like, it's so easy to tell the difference. Top 5 non-roller coaster rides at Canada's Wonderland. Sure. So my kind of go-to is Wild Nightmares. I like Wild Nightmares a lot. I think it's got a lot of history. I think it's a super awesome sensation to feel like, you know, weightlessness when you're up there in the vertical position. Vlogging? I'm a vlog. We are live streaming right now.
What?
Yeah, we are on YouTube.
Hi, yes. YouTube. Follow this guy. What's your at?
Jordan's World.
Jordan's World.
Yeah.
What's up? Hit him up. On Spotify, Bagwork Vaughn. You all should check
There you go. You heard it here.
Shout out Merkenstein, bro.
Right on. Check it out. You heard it here. You heard it here. I'm going to check out that guy's music later. It's always good to listen to artists that aren't already super popular. You know, you never know who's going to be the next one. Imagine that guy ends up being super famous, and I, like, you know, had him on my live stream. Pretty big deal. So, yeah, but my top 5 favorite rides that aren't roller coasters, I would say Wild Nightmares. I would say Sledgehammer. What else? I'm like kind of blanking on what other rides. I guess Cyclone is pretty good. Like, it's a fun. Oh, you know what? Actually, Tundra Twister. I'm gonna throw a Tundra. That ride felt a little underwhelming at first, but the more I go on it, the more I realize it is just a therapy. It's almost like a therapeutic sensation, because it doesn't whip you around. It's very smooth. You get amazing views from the top, and it's got just enough thrill on the way down to, you know, feel something. But it's just awesome. It's an awesome ride, and if you can, you know, get lucky and have it sync up right when Yukon Striker is going past, that is awesome. Yes, Corey. Alpen Fury does sound beautiful. Did I name 5 of them? I don't know even if I named 5. 5 non-roller coaster rides. You know what's the best ride, hands down? This ride is better than Alpenfury. This blows Alpenfury out of the water. We are coming up to it right now. It is the Antique Carousel. Talk about thrill. Talk about dialing the thrill dial to 7. Antique Carousel. I'm just joking, obviously. It's lame, but it does have a lot of historical value, and it is kind of cool if you are a it is cool if you are a fan of antique carousels, or I don't know, if you want to maybe like conquer your fear of these creepy horses. I keep mentioning it, but this thing is like straight out of a horror film, you know? If there's like never any lights on, or if they are, they're super dim, and these horses, they have these like, you know, just black soulless eyes that they're just staring at you and going around in circles. And I think it was at the end of either the first or the second Silent Hill game, but pretty sure you fight the last boss on a very similar looking creepy carousel. It's all like in flames and stuff. So when I see that carousel, it kind of sends shivers down my spine. But I did actually go on it like, I don't know, a month ago or so. And I will say, it is kind of a good spot to get out of the heat and just go on like a really weak ride. It's just like a moving chair. And the chair is not particularly comfortable because it's a hard plastic horse. I only mentioned 3. Yeah, I would say Sledgehammer, Wild Nightmares, Tundra Twister. I'll throw Cyclone into the mix as well because that one is pretty fun. And you know what, actually? Windseeker wasn't one that was on my list initially because it actually used to give me some pretty bad anxiety being all the way up there, and especially after hearing you know, the tales of the Knott's Berry Farms Windseeker getting stuck with riders up there for 3 hours, like hyperventilating and having panic attacks. I was like, oh god, you know, it's like always in the back of my head. So it's only recently that I've actually started to push those thoughts aside and actually enjoy the ride for what it is. And the last time I went on Windseeker, I actually had a really awesome time. It was super fun. The views are incredible. The wind is, you know, windy up there. It's true to its name. And I had a great time on that. So, you know what? I think if I am going to add a 5th one, I am going to add Windseeker to the list. But it'll be the very last one on the list of my top 5 favorite rides that are not roller coasters. And the Chicken Shack is open. The Chicken Shack is open, everybody. This is huge. This is huge. What can you even get here? I don't even know if I've ever looked at the menu. Okay, so you can get a classic chicken tender wrap and fries, $18.99. Everything is basically $18.99. French fries for $7.99. Chicken tenders and fries, $17.99. Water, $4.99. Honey garlic tossed chicken tenders and fries for $18.99. And hot sauce tossed chicken tenders and fries for also $18.99. $4.99 for a bottle of Dasani. You're looking for $6.99 for a bottle of Smart Water. What makes it so smart? What's its IQ? Ah, yes, the Orbiter. The Orbiter. That is also made by Huss, who made the Wild Nightmares ride. Similar concept. It's cool stuff. So water's very expensive here. Just keep that in mind if you're planning on coming to this park. You don't have any water with you. You're going to be paying quite a lot of money for water. So what I would recommend is you get yourself a collapsible water bottle or a collapsible cup, and you utilize the refresh station. So there's a lot of refresh stations around the park, scattered around, and water as well as sparkling water is free. So if you do have a bottle to contain the water in, then you can save yourself the $7, $6.99 it costs for the Smart Water, or the $5 that it costs for the Dasani. So keep that in mind. Even if you just you know, buy, like, there's a Dollarama not too far from the main entrance of Canada's Wonderland. If you go there and just get yourself a bottle of any drink for like $1, you just finish that before you come in. You can bring an empty bottle into the park with you, and at that point you could just use that to fill up at any of these refresh stations as well. Just a little tip for ya. this a new shirt? It's pretty cool. It's got the Wind Seeker there. I guess it can't be that new because there's no, well, not that Alpenfury would be here, but this doesn't look like, there's like a bunch of different rides here. That could be Alpenfury right there, actually. Yeah, it is. This is Alpenfury. So this is a new shirt. Cool. All right. Let's head over to the Lazy Bear Lodge. Maybe I'll get a drink. All this talk about drinks, beers and such. It's kind of got my thirst level up. Speaking of up, let's take a look at the Wind Seeker. There it is in action. It's coming down right now. Yep, the Fighter Town Funnel Cakes has been closed every single day I've ever been here. I've never seen that place open. But you can get all of those Fighter Town funnel cakes that are advertised outside of the store. You can get those all at the funnel cake shop that's right beside the Jester's Courtyard, right opposite the Bats. So if you do want to try those, there are some pretty awesome looking funnel cakes. The funnel cakes are, not everyone's cup of tea. Funnel cakes can be a little much, It's like kind of like a sit-down meal. But if you share a funnel cake with a group of friends or something, then it's probably a pretty good idea. Let's see the Canine Circus. Oh, I think it's actually going on right now. Should we take a little look and see some dogs? Should we see some dogs right now? Okay, I guess it hasn't started yet. Wonder what time it starts. What time is it now? I'll bet it's going to start at 5. Given that people are sat there, let's check the time right on this time here. Okay, so it's actually starting at 5:30. Right, of course. Yes, 5:30. For some reason I thought it was before 5 right now. This heat's got me all over the place. So next week, we are going to have some interesting video content. To like and subscribe and click the bell notification video, because next week is a special week. Next first time in my life. And I am going to be taking videos, and I might even be doing some live streams. The only way to know is to click the bell notification button, to subscribe, to like, and to follow this channel, because these videos might just pop up randomly. Sometimes these live streams aren't planned. Sometimes it just happens that it'll be it's just a good time to live stream, so I just start doing it. So if you want to hop in to one of those live streams, of course they're all going to be archived on the Jordan's World channel. But if you want to, be the first to know, to stay in the loop, make sure that you're subscribed and all that stuff, because next week is going to be epic. I am so excited. I am such a huge Monster fan, so entering Dark Universe is going to be such a thrill for me. I think I might even shed a tear, and if I do, I'll be sure to capture it on camera so that everyone can laugh at me later. And of course, I'm not going to be going to just... You know what, actually, if B-Man, if you're still watching, I'm going to take out one of the flat rides I mentioned, and I'm going to add Shockwave, because Shockwave is another underrated one. I don't know which flat ride I'm going to take out. Maybe I'll actually take out Wind Seeker and throw Shockwave into that mix. But anyway, to continue what I was saying, I will also be at Universal Studios, and I'll also be at Islands of Adventure, and maybe, just maybe, it's a very slim possibility, but a possibility still, that I might steal away and go to Tampa for a quick ride of the Iron Gwazi at Busch Gardens. So stay tuned, because there's lots of exciting stuff. And there is a new episode of 16-Bit Reboot that'll be coming out next week, and we are playing a Sega Genesis game. We are switching it up from the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. We're going with the Sega Genesis. And it's a pretty fun game. I won't spoil what game it is yet, but that'll be coming out next week, as well as a couple of videos for Canada's Wonderland as well. And after that week is done, there will be some more kind of traveling that will involve other parks and attractions. You'll just have to wait and see what that's all about, because I ain't gonna say it, not just yet. SMG was at Epic Universe last week. Monsters Unchained has to be one of the best dark rides in the universe. I am so excited. I am so excited to go on Monsters Unchained. You have no idea. I literally have been going through I've been watching all the old monster movies. Frankenstein, The Invisible Man, Bride of Frankenstein, The Phantom of the Opera, Creature from the Black Lagoon. I am so amped. And also, you know, like, there's a lot of other cool stuff there too. Like, definitely excited to check out the Battle at the Ministry. It looks like it's going to be a next level dark ride as well. And Stardust Racers looks pretty cool. I'm going to have to go on that at least 4 times, because I got to try that once during the day and once during night. And then also, it's a different experience when you go on it at night versus day. So I'm definitely going to have to go on that ride at least 4 times. And I am also very excited to see the Super Nintendo World, of course. As a gamer, not exactly a great gamer, as you can tell from my 16-bit reboot episodes, still a big fan of the old retro stuff. When I was a kid, I played Donkey Kong Country so much on the Super Nintendo, so I know about the mine carts, and I am very excited. So, all that to say, join me next week while I go outside of the backyard park that is Canada's Wonderland and check out Epic Universe, Islands of Adventure, and Universal Studios Orlando. Well, that brings us to the hour. Probably be a little bit less once this is archived, because I think I hit some bad Wi-Fi zones. But the wait time for Alpine Fury isn't as long as it normally is, so this is a little shocking considering it's such a busy and hot Friday. But I do anticipate that there probably will be a couple of delays along the way for these fine folks, and it'll probably take somewhere between an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours, maybe upwards of that, if there are ride delays, which there almost certainly will be. So, thank y'all who have joined in the chat today. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, SMG Super Mario Group. Thank you, B-Man. Thanks to all that have watched. And remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification button. And as always, thanks for watching.